We'd like to go ahead and remind you that the JDRF hometown team Walk to Cure Juvenile Diabetes will be on September 16th in the lot besides the Oot store. Registration will begin at 8 a.m. The walk will begin at 9 a.m. And you can purchase your Cardinals for a Cure themed t-shirt down at the table next to the bleachers for $5. And of course, all proceeds will go straight to the JDRF in their search for a cure. We do have some time to give away, to announce the raffle tickets. So if you look at your tickets, you have number 184-3473. That's 184-3473. You can head down to the prize table next to the flagpole. Also, ticket number 555-849. That's 555-849. And then also ticket number 630-8007. 630-8007. Also, don't forget that you can head down to the Spirit Squad table and bid on some silent auction items. Make sure you swing by. There's some great prizes down there for you to bid on. Cardinals will begin the second half receiving the kickoff, and Prairie Grove will defend the north end zone.
You're better at finding them.
All right.
Okay, we're back with you for the second half, and for those that may be joining us on YouTube, now we've back up and running. Sorry about that in the first half. Prairie Grove leading 26-7. Prairie Grove, if you've just joined us, Prairie Grove got the ball 5 times in the first half, scored on 4 of those, leading 26-7. Farmington, Prairie Grove scored first, drove 80 yards, took a 6-0 lead after missing a 2-point conversion. Farmington then, after a long pass, got down to the 15-yard line and then scored, took a 7-6 lead. And then after that, Prairie Grove has now scored 20 unanswered points, held Farmington as Farmington got down to the 5-yard line just before the half, unable to punch it in. Tigers leading 26-7 at the half. Ryan, so far here, Prairie Grove has looked really good moving the ball on offense.
Farmington Cardinals!
The stats here in the first half, Prairie Grove 222 total yards, Farmington 128. Prairie Grove with 86 passing yards, Farmington 118. They're 7 for 17. Prairie Grove 7 for 10. J.D. Elder 7 for 10 passing, doing a nice job. Rushing yards, Prairie Grove 136. Farmington 10 yards rushing.
Now, there's some sacks on there.
Yeah, there are. But one of the things I talked about to a couple people before the game is I said I thought that they might have a tough time running against us, and so far they have. The big thing tonight, penalties. Prairie Grove 8 penalties, 70 yards. It seems like 70 penalties. I mean, it's just, and Farmington has had 6 penalties for 45 yards. There have been no turnovers so far in the game. Time of possession is just about even. First downs, Prairie Grove 14, Farmington 7. And rushing for Prairie Grove, Anthony Johnson 9 carries, 99 yards. Dustin Burton 2 for 34. Garrett Heltemus 2 for 4. And as we mentioned, John David Edwards 7 for 10, 86 yards passing. We're going to get ready for the kickoff here.
James Mayers set the kickoff for the Tigers.
Is that Mayers still out there, Ryan?
Yes, James Mayers.
So Mayers is out there. Damari Donovan back for the Cardinals. 26-7 as we start the second half. Prairie Grove getting ready to kick. Here is the start of the second half. And you know what? He kicks it to about that same spot every time, Ryan. Nice hit. There's a flag again. We start the second half with a flag. Does that surprise you? We get another flag?
With the return.
That's
There
42. Oski. Heltemus, number 20 on the tackle, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding called against Farmington.
That'll be a holding on the Cardinals, so that's going to back him up even more. Looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 20-yard line.
Penalty will move the ball back to the Farmington 20-yard line, where the Cardinals will begin 1st and 10.
A little bit of changes here on the defensive line. We got Gunther and DeMarcus at the ends, but in at tackles will be Waldrop, and number 77, he's a sophomore. That's Hayden Black. And then you'll have your regular set of linebackers and corners and safeties.
Hayden Black, 6'1", 220.
He's a guy that, you know, we talk about you need that sophomore class to step up and fill some holes and some injuries, just like Johnson and all them did. Hayden's going to be the guy for that sophomore group on that line. And he got a taste of it that time for number 67 for Farmington. 67 from Farmington is pushing about 300.
Well, that was Williams on the carry that time for Farmington. He picks up 4 yards up to the 24-yard line. Second down and 6 for Farmington. Just getting underway here in the second half. Prairie Grove leading 26-7.
Farmington 24-yard line.
And now Cardinals straight drop, quick pass. It is
high.
And he drops it. He's probably smart to drop it because he's going to lose a couple yards. So at least he gets it.
Pass attempt was incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
It was a little high there by Waggle, floated on him a little bit. I think that was, man, I couldn't see all the way over there. It looks like number 3.
That would have been Sturgeon. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 for Farmington. 11-16 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Good defense by Bryant that time.
John David Elder kind of looking at the guy out in the slot. He's got some room. And now Waggle look over center. And now here comes quick pass, incomplete, almost picked off.
We sent the house that time.
Yeah, we did.
It looked good.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of time. He had to get rid of it quick. It's incomplete.
And they were wanting to do one of those short, throws. That's the play call for the most time. I do think eventually they'll do a stop and go, especially with like the Staten guy and number 3. But that time we're to him so fast he has to get rid of the ball. So I don't know if it's called or not to be that fast, but it was. Farmington will go for their second punt of the night. The first one, they deep snapped it right into one of the personal protectors, and the punter was able to pick it up at the 1 and return it about 15 yards.
This time, they get
a clean
it through.
snap.
Yep, and it's good, and it's a pretty good punt.
Bryant deep, but there's no one near, so he's got a chance to
field it. And he catches it on the run. That's the thing. Look at him go. Hey!
Ball's
he
out,
fumbles the
ball's
ball,
out,
and
ball's
Farmington's
out.
got it.
That's pretty much like them picking up a first down, though, because he had returned it all the way back to 3 yards from their first down marker.
Yeah.
On the play.
Can't have that, though.
By the Cardinals.
So Farmington gets the turnover. That's the first turnover of the game on the punt return. Bryant, the nice thing, there was no one near him. He caught it on the run, so he had a lot of momentum as he started going. He got down there and got hit. And
we had about a 20-yard return, almost 15 to 20 yards. And then at the second hit, he fumbles the ball and probably gives them another 3 to 4 yards, and Farmington recovers. So we'll be still on defense still. That's not – our defense has done great. We've given up one big play. If we just keep them in front of them, we're all right.
Well, that's Staten on the far side.
Gives to Williams.
Williams got a little room this time, and he gets
Johnson.
Caleb Williams with the
Williams picks up about 8 yards on that carry. He gets up over the 40 to the 41-yard line.
And Spinks, Johnson and Spinks.
Someone's down for the Tigers.
Injury timeout on the field.
Is that Coop?
That's Johnson. He was the first one on the tackle there. It does kind of look like the air got knocked out of him because he's moving. He's just trying to breathe.
Just hope it's not a knee or anything like that. Uh-oh.
He looks a little limpy there. That's not good.
No, it's not. He's getting back. It looks like he might be all right, but let's hope he goes over and gets a little breather and can get back out.
I mean, in reality, you don't have to risk it. If you can keep him on the sideline and your guys step up, the guys that take his place step up, let's keep him for conference. The dude's had a heck of a game. Let him rest. Don't chance anything.
41-yard line.
The problem be if we give up a quick score here.
Yeah, as long as we can keep him out, let's get him healthy, and hopefully it's just a little bit, just a little stinger. Hopefully nothing.
John David Elder will move back into that safety position, and Kane Caswell will move into his outside linebacker position. Williams again on the carry.
Williams has got room. He gets over the 50, and he's in Prairie Grove territory to the 49. So for Farmington, who had a tough time, only 10 yards rushing in the first half.
They doubled that.
They've doubled that already in the second half.
Right down at the Prairie Grove 49-yard line.
So they're in the Tiger territory after the fumble on the punt return.
First down, Cardinals.
And if you're watching or you're listening on the radio, we are right underneath the PA speaker, so you're going to hear him in the background from time to time. First down for Farmington at the Prairie Grove 49. 1st and 10.
Twins to both sides.
And again, it's going to go to Williams. This time he's
got
hit,
him.
and they're going to drop him for a loss.
That looks like Burton down there on the bottom with him, but there was a bunch of guys there. That was Reed Turner on the carry that time.
Well, they got him in the backfield. With the tackle. And Coop back there as well. They're going to knock him back for a 2-yard loss.
2 yards on the play.
Second down and 12.
They will switch sides on defense with Bryant and Davidson at the corners.
Second down and 12. And Waggle this time,
it's going to be the Waggle.
He's bootleg. He's got a man, and now he's going to turn it up and run. He's knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Man, we got tackled right there. Number 11's got to be careful there on Kane Caswell. He tackles Kane.
Ball will be placed at the Prairie Grove 45-yard line.
Was that Waggle?
That's their Waggle.
No, but that was Jacob Gray. I think they have a different
Brings up
quarterback in
third
there,
down.
Tom?
Oh, okay, they might. They have a different quarterback in. It's number 15.
Okay,
Seth
Seth Swain.
That was their
So that
Waggle
was-
play right there.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay.
That was their version of the Waggle.
So Swain, the quarterback, it's an I formation for Farmington. 3rd down and a long 6. They give it to Williams. Williams trying to bounce. He makes a move. Oh, he slips. He falls. It's me dropped at about the 41-yard line. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 2. Farmington's probably going to go for it at this point in the game.
Burton and Spinks and
Stone
Stone.
Bryant with the tackle.
They mark him at the 42. It's going to be a short 3, but it's going to be
Ball
4th down and
placed at
3.
the Prairie Grove 42-yard line brings up 4th down.
Now this time 14's in it.
Now,
Quarterback.
yeah,
Back to
Trey Waggle back in at quarterback. When he ran it, you said Waggle. I thought I saw a different number that time. Anyway, it is Waggle back in, and it's 4th down and 3. It is
It's going to be a fake.
Oh, he's open. He's got it and complete. Nice tackle, but a nice bootleg pass there.
Good tackle in the open field that time by Colin Bryant. That's number 42, Oski on the catch. Great play design. That's what they've been doing we've been doing to them tonight. So just a little taste of our own medicine. Colin had pretty good position. We had 2 guys on the quarterback. Just a great execution by Waggle and Oski right there from Farmington.
Ryan, a note here. Prairie Grove defense has been on the field for a while now. I mean, almost 4 minutes here in the second
with the
half.
turnover.
And we started the end of the second half. They had the ball the last couple minutes. So defense been on the field a while. Need to stop and get the offense back on. 1st down and 10 for Farmington. Prairie Grove 35-yard line. There's the pitch.
That's going to be 22.
That
32 for Farmington.
that
on the
is
carry.
Reed Turner.
Reed Turner with the carry.
Turner picks up a few yards.
Burton and Davidson and DeMarcus Cooper, several of them over there on the tackle.
Dustin Burton with the tackle.
He picks up about 4. Well, they're going to mark it at 30.
So it's
a 5-yard gain. It's 2nd down and 5.
Down and 5.
Under 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd now, and Farmington
Johnson
on the mark.
is back in.
So Johnson's back in the game.
Oh, he just went out.
Oh,
He was in for that play, though. Waggle under center, I formation.
and here is the
Dosey
play.
Williams.
And that's Turner,
Turner.
again, and Turner gets down to about
Reed Turner with the carry.
the 27. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Cardinals.
That's Spinks coming off the bottom of the pile there. A couple other guys were in on that tackle.
Ethan Gunther with the tackle.
Ethan Gunther also.
Well, it's 3rd down and 2. Tigers need a play in the backfield here, Ryan.
Ball will be placed at the Prairie Grove.
You know, if it's going to be tough right here, 3rd and short. They've got 2 plays to get this. We've got to get some lost yardage.
And Ryan, whenever they're effective running the ball, that little play action really helps out a little bit.
It does. King formation here.
And there is the give. He's got the 1st and more. That's Williams down to the 21-yard line.
With the carry.
Like you said, defense looking just a hair gassed.
Yeah, they are. And, you know, the fumble now looms kind of large. We came out, kind of got a 3 and out there. And then the turnover, and now they've been driving the ball and been doing an effective job of running.
First down, Cardinals.
Doing a good job of running the ball and also a little play action when they needed it.
Shotgun with protectors on both sides, twins to one side.
Waggle's going to take the snap. He's going to give to Williams. Williams got open field, and this time, you know, they're getting a little bit of a push on the line and opening some holes up.
They are. We're not getting in the backfield like we were. Which with the guy, you know, they got 4 300-pounders on that offensive line. They should be getting a push. And this is where, you know, one of our biggest concerns is going to be depth, because we only have, you know, 38 guys, where they probably have 38 guys on their sidelines waiting on the 11. We have 38 total. So our depth is going to be an issue this year. That 4th quarter is going to be tough.
Well, they've already used half of this quarter. We're down to 6 minutes. They've driven the ball down to the 15. Farmington now, a give again to Williams. This time he's going to be hit right about the line of scrimmage. He may have gotten a yard.
With the carry.
There's a bunch of guys there. I see Burton, I see Johnson, I see DeMarcus. John David Elder on the bottom of that pile.
So they started this drive after the fumble at the 33-yard line, if I remember correctly, right? Yeah, because we'd held them. Yep. So they're at the 33, and they've gotten down the Prairie Grove 15. 3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4 for Farmington. Ball at the Prairie Grove 15-yard line. They've been effective running the ball on this series.
They go with a little different formation with the shotgun. 2 protectors on the same side. Gibbs going to be.
Hey, he's
going to keep.
He keeps it. He's trying to get the corner.
Johnson's got him.
Johnson gets it.
That was Waggle.
Waggle gets it down inside the 8, close to the 7, and it's a first down for Farmington, first and goal. So Farmington now has marched 60 yards down to the Prairie Grove 7, and so now 5:09 to go.
First down, Cardinals.
So Ryan, Prairie Grove will not run their first play of offense. It's going to be around the 4-minute mark or even less, depending on what happens here.
You know, the one good thing is they're eating up a lot of clock with this drive. So even though they may get points, they're shortening their window of opportunity.
Well, now here is the pitch. It goes to Turner. Turner, oh, he's
nice
hit.
hit by Johnson.
Oh, I thought he dropped it there for a minute, but he picks up a couple yards.
Johnson with a big hit right there.
It's nice to see him back in. And Burton,
Johnson on the tackle.
Burton in there as well. Down to 4.5 minutes to go here in the third. Second goal from the 5 for Farmington.
5-yard line.
So Farmington's using a lot of backs, Ryan. They've used Sturgeon. They've used Williams. They've used Turner.
They have that kind of depth, though. You know, we've got 3 or 4 guys that we rotate. They've got about 6.
Second goal. Here's the pitch. And there's Williams looking. He's going to be dropped just inside the 5.
Caleb Williams with the carry.
Sorry, Bob.
Looks like John David and Burton there that time.
We're under 4 minutes to go here in the third. So this quarter, we're down. It is.
I mean, it sounds bad, but if it takes them a whole quarter to score, that's a positive thing, because if we keep that same pace, they don't have the opportunity. You know, and we're not going to turn the ball over, hopefully, on our punt return next time, or a kickoff return where we don't get an offensive possession.
Third down and goal from the 4. Here is a roll, and it is
Straight
Waggle
run.
keeping, and it's holding.
Good deal.
Seth Swain with the quarterback keeper.
That was Swain that time. He comes in, but he's going to be, I think they're going to get a hold on Farmington.
Yeah, he was short anyways, but there was 2 holding penalties on that.
I could hear the Prairie Grove coaches up above my right ear, and they were begging for the hold there. They got it. That's going to back them up to about the 15. Now that's going to probably force Farmington to pass.
That's one of those drive killers and opportunity stealers that we were talking about. But like I said, it's milking clock. We're playing the clock right now.
Yeah, and with a 26-7 lead. But our defense.
I know that's too soon. I know what people are saying. That's too soon. But listen, if it takes them a whole quarter to score, that's a positive. That's back to the 17-yard line. Raging Tiger squad yelling over at Farmington, we can't hear you. It's now third down and goal from the 18-yard line after the hold penalty. Student section silencer.
That is a big penalty. Farmington was at the 4.
I'm taking a shot to 5.
Yeah, I think you got.
Why are they not?
And now he's just going to drop. He's going to roll. He's got a man open. He can hit him.
Oh, that could be pass interference. It is.
That wasn't catchable, though. Ryan, it wasn't catchable.
Yeah, I don't know.
He couldn't have caught it. He overthrew him.
If Johnson doesn't hit the guy like that, if Johnson makes a play on the ball, it probably isn't pass interference. Johnson just kind of knocks the guy out of the back of the end zone. They're conferencing right now, though. They're conferencing right now to see if it's overthrown.
Pass interference called against Prairie Grove.
It is going to be pass interference.
That'll be an automatic first down. So if that's at the 18, if I'm not mistaken, they'll get a half a distance to the goal to the 9, I think.
Johnson right there, if he just looks up and plays the ball, and even if there's incidental contact, that's not pass interference. But the fact that he just went and pushed the guy out of bounds, and it was a little high, but at the same time, you don't know if the guy's got enough vertical to jump up there and grab it and come back down. That's a judgment call. And they conferenced about it and said it was catchable. Just a minor mistake there.
Wait a second here. I thought that was automatic first, but he's held to hold third down, so it's going to be third down and goal from the 9.
Usually pass interference is an automatic first.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that, but it's going to be third and goal from the 9 now, or just inside the 10, right between the 9 and 10-yard line. So third and goal. I always thought passing, especially in the end zone.
Yeah, no, anywhere. Pass interference is an automatic first, I thought.
I did too. So anyway, let's see. That is Waggle back in at quarterback.
The Prairie Grove 9-yard line.
So 3rd down, goal, and that's incomplete. Now it's 4th down.
Waggle's pass attempt is incomplete.
I want our defense to get off the field, Ryan. That's all. They have been on the field. Now, let's see, the last 2 minutes of the first half. Well, no, it was a little over a minute to go in the first half. And so you're talking 8-9 minutes they've been on the field.
Hey, if that's the case, though, give them kudos because they have not given up a score in that amount of time.
So 4th down. 4th down and 18. Here it is, and now here is Waggle. Straight drop, quick.
5. It's a high ball.
And no pass, and that's going to do it.
Is incomplete.
So that's going to do it. Prairie Grove will take over.
Got guys cramping in the corner there. Looks like.
Yeah, but maybe both of them are.
Yeah, like Davidson and Cortez both are cramping.
Ball will turn over on down.
Johnson's cramping, walking off.
So 3:02 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Prairie Grove will have the ball at their own 9. We're going to take a break while there's a break action on the field. Tigers leading 26-7.
Halftime for tonight's Battle of Highway 62 between the Farmington Cardinals and your Prairie Grove Tigers is proudly presented by Harton's Furniture for Less, where you can find the best selections and prices. Harton's Furniture for Less proudly supports Prairie Grove Tiger Athletics. Come by and visit our showroom on Highway 62. Harton's Furniture for Less provides the best selection and best prices in Northwest Arkansas. Tell us you saw it on PG Tigers Online. Go Tigers!
Welcome to Prairie Grove Christian Church, where we're all about loving God, loving others, and serving others. We offer services on Sunday morning at both 9 and 10:30 a.m., as well as Sunday school for all ages. On Wednesday nights, we offer programming for our children as well as our junior high youth, and on Sunday night, offer programming for the senior high student. In addition, we host adult small groups in both men's and women's encounter. Here in the community,
Okay, we're back. Prairie Grove with the ball at their own 9. 3:02 to go here in the 3rd. First play of the 2nd half for the Tigers.
Preston.
And
we got some room that time. The trap.
Finally, Aaron Preston. That's the most yards he's gained this year on a single play, right up the middle.
Hey, that guy can run. All he needs is a hole. They finally gave him one.
He picks
and
up
it worked out.
He picked up 9 yards on the play.
Ball will be placed at the Prairie Grove 18-yard line.
So the Tigers get their first play of the 2nd half at the 3:02 mark of the 3rd quarter. So Farmington run almost 9 minutes off the clock.
But we didn't give up any points.
And we didn't, and we used almost the entire quarter. So 26-7, the Tigers with the ball, 2nd and 1. And now John David Elder under center, and he is going to give.
Preston once again.
And Preston gets over the 20.
He's going to get the first down.
Colin Bryant needs to be careful there. He was doing a little too much chicken fighting there, but we get the first down over the 20.
17 for Farmington, starting to cramp just a little bit there.
You know what? This is the time of year it happens.
Do we go at him if you see that guy cramp? Oh, they're taking him out. Start safe. If they leave him in, you attack that hole.
Aaron Preston with the carry.
That's Jacob Freeman that cramped up there a little bit. Ryan, in talking to some of the Farmington folks before the game, this will probably be the last time the Tigers play here at this stadium. They're going to be building a new stadium up by the new school.
That's right. We saw the designs over walking to the concession stand there. Nice.
And now here is John David Elder. He gives to Johnson. Johnson looking for some room. Gets it. He's close to the front. And it's going to be a hole.
Anthony Johnson with the carry. There is a penalty
So
marker on the
tonight,
play.
Ryan, what I have seen so far tonight
Yellow flags.
from Prairie Grove, I've liked a lot of things I've seen.
Holding called
I think we've
against
passed the ball
Tigers.
well. I think we've run the ball well. If there's two areas, it's the penalties, and I think we got to find a running game in the middle of the, between
Right.
the tackles a little bit.
Which
Or
I
between
think-
the guards, I should say.
Yes, I think when you get in conference and we're not facing multiple amounts of 300-pounders, I think we're going to be okay. It'll be in the playoffs where we'll start noticing this again, because you got to think we played a 7A school and a 5A school, all with at least 10 300-pound guys on their lineup.
Well, that just negates everything we've done almost since we've had the ball. We just went back to the 10, which is a net gain since we got the ball
Penalty
in the
will move the
yard.
ball back to the Prairie Grove
In basketball, this is what we call
Remains
padding our
first down.
stats. You give up some field goal percentage to get that extra rebound. My goodness.
Under a minute and 30 to go here in the third.
Sure makes the game stretch out, too, with all the penalties. DeMarcus by himself on the far side. Shotgun snap.
And there's John David Elder. He passes, little slant pass complete.
DeMarcus, nice look right there. DeMarcus, one of those big basketball blockouts right there. That guy had decent coverage, but there's no way to get through that body.
Elder's pass is complete to DeMarcus Cooper. Javen Jowers
And
on the
DeMarcus, he's a big guy. When you see him, it's like
He is.
you don't look like he could run a
Brought
slant
down
pass
there.
like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a nice
Brings
run.
up second down.
He just doesn't look like a guy, but it was a nice.
He's a very athletic big guy.
Yeah, he is. And on the basketball court, he's amazing.
He is.
It's going to be second down and 13 for the Tigers. Ball at inside their own 20.
Reverse.
There it is. They've been waiting on that one tonight. That's the first time we've run it.
We ran a 49 sweep one time that kind of looked similar, and we picked up quite a few yards.
Brian,
That time we're doing the reverse, which is the double handoff, and they sniffed it out pretty good.
We're down to 15 seconds to go here in the
Loss
quarter.
of 2
That's
yards on the
probably
play.
going to do it for this quarter. Prairie Grove's going to walk off. We'll take a break. It's going to be third down and 13 for the Tigers with the ball
Brings
at their
up
own
third down and
17.
14.
And we'll be back for the fourth and final quarter after these messages.
We give back through the Great Serve, as well as supporting Life Ministries and the Backpack Program. In the fall, we host upward basketball and cheerleading for kindergarten through second grade. This year, we'll have teams of people traveling to both Haiti and Cambodia. So if you're looking for a church home, please come see us at Prairie Grove Christian Church.
Chevrolet, proud sponsors of Prairie Grove High School athletics, and also proud of their huge inventory, both new or used. You'll find what you're looking for at Everett Chevrolet. Are you looking for the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size truck on the road? You're looking for the Chevy Silverado, and they've got them. How about the Chevy Camaro? How about the Chevy Corvette? It's all waiting for you at Everett Chevrolet. Family-owned and customer-friendly. Everett Chevrolet, I-49 at Elm Springs Road. Everett Chevrolet says, go Tigers!
We are ready for the fourth quarter here in the Battle of Highway 62. We go to the fourth quarter. No score in the third, but Prairie Grove still leading 26-7.
Hey, defense. Shout out to the Prairie Grove defense. They were on the field the whole third quarter almost and didn't give up points.
9 minutes.
My goodness.
We start off, like I said, a 3 and out. We punted, or they punted. We fumbled the punt, and they got the ball and drove. John David Elder, he's in trouble. He's going to be sacked.
Hey, good job not forcing it, though.
You know
He
what?
looked like he wanted to go ahead and chunk it deep, but
Well, the nice thing about that, Ryan, that to Farmington's credit, that was a coverage sack. There was
Right.
nobody open there.
right. He thought about chunking it, you can tell, but I'm glad that he decided to take the sack. Not that you want to lose 10 yards, but you don't want an interception right there.
I just saw a Twitter deal that someone wants to hear some "give me 6" action. We got to score. It's been a while since we scored.
It's been dry on the offensive side this last little bit here.
Elder was sacked.
Well,
on
we
the play
scored
by
in the
Jake
first
Gray.
half on 4 or 5 drives. Second half, that was really our first time we've had the ball. Excluding the fumble.
Right, and penalty,
Yep.
getting behind the chains and giving up a sack.
Ball will be placed at the
I would have
Prairie
liked to
Grove
seen us
10-yard
get a
line,
couple
brings up
first
fourth
downs
down.
and let the defense get a little more rest. But
Right. It's not going to happen.
no, we got the ball at just at 3:02 to go in the third. We've had it about 4 minutes, so it's a little bit of rest. We'd like to see a little
Yeah,
more.
we say rest though, but most of our guys play both ways.
Yeah,
we only have 38 guys on the team, and we have 11 that are going to play quite a bit.
John David needs to get a good punt here, and he does.
There's a guy close, but he gets it away. He's going to bounce.
And it bounces away, and it's going to drop right at the Prairie Grove 40. So Farmington's going to get good field position
Down at the Tiger
at
40-yard line.
the
where
Prairie Grove 40-yard
Cardinals will
line.
begin 1st and 10.
You know, a lot of Farmington, I'm looking here, a lot of Farmington fans have left. It's opened up a little bit here. Well, if they made a comeback, they'd be sad they left.
Well, you know, that happens. I know some Arkansas fans that drive down to TCU last year, and they took off, and they heard the fireworks from the stands or from the parking lot.
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine who went to the Tennessee-Georgia game last year when Tennessee hit the Hail Mary at the end, and he had walked the stadium.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't leave early. It's a rule.
10:43 to go in the ball game. Farmington with the ball at the Prairie Grove 40, 1st and 10. And now Waggle drops back, looks, throws. He's looking.
He goes deep, but
he stopped. He stopped on his route. I think there's a little
Wow.
confusion there on the route.
I think Staten almost thought that he was throwing that and not just pump fake. That was a beautiful pump fake by Waggle, and if he just kept going, he was open. We didn't even have it. Bryant was a little slow getting over there.
Brian, I want you to think about something. Farmington has had a couple opportunities to get back in this game. If they had scored before the half at 26-14 and got down here, our defense has played well.
They
scored
down
those
to
two
the
times. It's 26-21, so we've been fortunate. Our defense has played well.
Hey, what did we talk about at the beginning of the game, though? What are the keys? Those red zone possessions, punching it in, and no turnovers. And right now, they're not capitalizing on those red zone possessions.
It's Waggle. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to throw back to his left. And
big hit.
Oh,
big hit.
Bingo! Johnson on the tackle. Wow.
Waggle's pass is complete to Drew Sturgeon.
A little high for Sturgeon.
Taken on the play by
But he's able to catch the ball, bring it down, and get one or two good steps, and get his shoulder pads down, and Johnson just demolishes it.
But it's a loss of a yard on the play. It's going to bring up third down and 11.
Third down for the Cardinals.
Those screens with Johnson that far back, running full speed, you fake that screen and throw deep to someone. I mean, you got to see how aggressive Johnson is. I hope the other team aren't listening to my broadcast here because I'm giving it away, but he is so aggressive. He will make you pay for anything underneath like that.
Well, I'll tell you this. I see us probably coming after QB this time a little bit. Now Waggle takes it, drops straight back this time. He's in trouble. He breaks the initial, and he's got and now he throws. He's got a man wide open. Oh! But you know what? He had him open. Waggle did a good job of keeping the play alive because Prairie Grove brought some pressure, had him. He eludes the pressure, but he had to throw it on the run.
He did.
And I give Waggle a lot of credit.
Just a little.
Yep. He almost got it to him. He almost floated it enough for the
guy
receiver
run
to get
underneath it.
Yep.
Not enough wheels though.
Now it's 4th down for Farmington, 4th and 11.
They're going to go for it now though.
Well, it looks like they've got it 4th and 10.
You got to at this point in the game.
Oh yeah, 9:37 to go, and like to see us get a stop and get a drive. 9:37 to go, 4th down and 10 for Farmington. Ball's at Prairie Grove 40. Waggle.
Point out.
And he drops the throws the ball. It's picked off.
That's Bryant.
Bryant at the 50. Bryant at the 40.
Is that Isaac Disney?
Oh, give him 6. Woo! Give him 6. Hey, Colin Bryant.
That's about an 80-yard return.
Oh, yes.
75, 80-yard interception return by Colin Bryant.
I think he got it. I saw him pick it up at the 25. I think.
25. It's a 75-yard touchdown return or interception return.
I thought the ref marked it at the 25. At the 25, I thought. Yep.
You got the replay.
Not sure you got the replay. Let me get back in here. It's inside so I can see it. Here it is. We'll see it. Look. And he's right about the 26-yard line. And so now we're going to try an extra point, Ryan. That first extra point attempt of the year. And is that going to be?
Is that Beeson, 56? That's Ben Beeson.
That's Ben Beeson, 56.
He's our soccer player, senior that's come back to football.
Well, a pick 6. And the extra point's on the way. It looks like it's good, and it is good. With 9:21 to go in the ball game, Prairie Grove stretches lead 33-7.
9 minutes and 21 seconds.
And Ryan is looking a little bit like this 58-year rivalry is going to be all tied up at 29.
I like it. I like it. And it looks like our average score is going to bump up just a little bit too. And, that's something we talked about last year a little bit, is that, the average margin of victory for one team is a little bit different than the average margin of victory for the other team.
Yeah, it's funny. And for those, because we were on and off the air early at the beginning, we talked about in this rivalry that 57 years of playing, 29 for Farmington, 28 for Prairie Grove. Prairie Grove hangs on here. We're all tied up. Last 10 years at 5-5, and the average score over that period, 17-16 for Prairie Grove over Farmington. So Prairie Grove looks like they're going to start and extend their regular season winning streak. But I don't want to count the chickens too much before they hatch. But at 9:21, I'm feeling a little better with a 26-point lead.
Definitely. Well, and the way our defense has played, even gassed, I feel I got a lot of confidence in our defense tonight.
Here's the thing: we don't have any more offensive plays again. We got to play defense now after the pick 6. So we played a lot of defense in the second. We've only had one offensive possession in the second half.
And we're halfway through the fourth quarter.
And right at the 22-yard line again. So, he runs into his own blocker. He breaks a couple tackles. That's Donovan. Donovan's got some room. He gets out over the 50. A nice return by Donovan.
I would like to see what he could have done if he didn't run into his own player. He smacks hhis own player right in the back.
He
just
did.
Stopped him in his tracks. Takes off in a second and gets all the way to the 44-yard line.
I just got
55-yard line.
So James Spencer is calling for the give him 6. He said that'll work.
He got his give me 6.
He got his give me 6. Okay, it's at the 50-yard line. Farmington are going to start this possession. And the Tigers now on defense again, and Farmington on the attack. I believe that's Swain in at quarterback.
It is.
And a nice, they got
Good
Turner.
job by Burton right there to get him down. Caswell on there also, but Burton comes flying from the inside linebacker position.
Turner shaking up a little bit, but he's going to get back to the huddle. Second down and 10. You got Swain in there at quarterback, Seth Swain. And
for those of you listening on the radio, go home, pull up YouTube, watch this, and watch that play right there, and watch Burton fly to the ball from that inside linebacker position. It is impressive. Backfield, receiver to each side.
Swain, he's going to give
look
again.
like a trap,
It's
inside
Donovan.
zone type run.
Donovan's kind of a scat back. He's quick.
He is. He's fast, and he can change pace. He can change direction real quick. And that's what the inside zone, they kind of just bunch everything up right there and get a good push. And then when he can find the hole, take off. And that's sort of like I said 2 years ago, we got hurt quite a bit on that play with the cutback. We're doing a good job of hemming that up this time.
It's third down, and let's call that a long 6. Let's call it 7. 3rd and 7. 7:55 to go in the game. And there is.
It's going to be a pass. Waggles rolling out to his right. Looks like he's going to take off. That's Swain.
That's Swain. He's pushed out of bounds, I believe.
John David
Elder. He doesn't pick up. He's right back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to pick up 4th down and 7.
Run out of bounds by John David Elder.
They're going to mark him back 1 yard. That's going to make it about 4th and a long 7, almost 8.
Brings up 4th down and 7 for the Cardinals.
Heltemus, Black, Hawkins, and Hankins in on the defensive line.
And now Swain throws, and
That's
he's hit, and he's
Spinks had him. He was able to break free, but then there's about 8 Prairie Grove Tigers there to finish him off. Burton, one of the first ones there.
Stopped on the play by Dustin Burton.
Burton did a nice job, and now with Prairie Grove with the lead, we might start seeing some substitutions.
We are right there even. We had some second, third string defensive linemen in.
Prairie Grove will begin 1st and 10 from their
Skates
own
will be in at
47
quarterback
yard
this time. Skates, number 7, he's a junior. He's a guy who took last year off from football to heal up and rest. In junior high, he had a pretty significant shoulder injury, and so he's back to football and running that backup quarterback position. Watson will run in the play.
Skates comes under center.
Gunther will be in at tight end for DeMarcus. The give to Heltemus there.
Heltemus right up the middle.
Good look right there.
Heltemus gets down to the Farmington 40 as we get under the 7 minutes and 28 seconds to go. Well, you know, Prairie Grove really exploded in the first half, Ryan, to get the big lead. Offense looked really good in the first half. Second half, we just get the ball. I mean, we had the turnover. Farmington held the ball for a long time, but the defense stood tall when they had to.
Man, impressive showing by the defense in the second half. To not have any offensive possessions hardly. I mean, one, we're on our second one now. And to be able to give a goose egg to Farmington in the second half, our defense was on the field a long time, and that's pretty good. Skates under center, I formation behind him. The give's going to be to the I back. I'm trying to get a number there.
I think it's Jared Harger.
If it's 34, it is. Or 35, Harger, yeah.
Harger on the carry, picks up a couple as we're under the 7-minute mark now, and Prairie Grove's at the Farmington 38.
Jared Harger with the carry.
Next week, we'll come to you next Friday. That'll be September the 8th. We'll come to you from Vian, Oklahoma.
Oh,
no, we're home. We're home. That's
we're home.
We made that trip
last year.
Yeah, we broadcast from the stands last year. Yeah, we'll be a little bit like we are tonight. In motion is Caswell. He gets the ball. He's hit, drop. Going to lose about a yard. No, next week from home, it'll be the first home game of the season, Vian, Oklahoma.
Mark Dooley on the tackle.
You know, Vian, a team that had a lot of explosiveness on offense last year.
We got to find. I got to do my homework for next week. Is that running back? Is that running back? He's
good. He's still there. They had Rain Cloud and Gray Cloud, and they had Moses coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, there was several clouds. They didn't have Cloud 9 though.
I think even one of the refs was a cloud.
3rd down and 9 for Prairie Grove. Ball at the Farmington 39. 5:45 to go in the ball game. In motion goes Caswell. Skates, quick drop. He's going to throw to Caswell. He dropped it.
He dropped it.
Started running before he got it, Ryan.
He did. He was already going down the field.
It's 4th down, and it looks like Prairie Grove will go ahead and punt.
Ethan Skates' pass is incomplete, brings up 4th down for the Tigers.
So the starting players or the starting offense had one possession here in the second half.
That's
crazy. We had a punt,
and we're winning the game. That does not sound like a
recipe
formula.
for winning. Yeah. No, well, what happened again? You know, with the fumble on the punt return, and then the pick 6, and then we had I want to call it 3 and out. It was about a 5 and out with all the penalties.
John David Elder will be in the punt.
Let's see if he can drop this thing inside the 10.
We're going to get a delay game.
5:41 to go. You know, it's okay to get to delay a game when the clock's running, but when it's stopped.
Penalty called against the Tigers, delay a game.
Well, and, you know, with the punt, you know, we were hoping to kind of pin him back to that 5-yard line. This is going to make it a little bit harder. John David doesn't have a booming leg. He has a very consistent leg.
He's very effective.
Very effective, very consistent. And the fact that he's the quarterback, it adds that element, you know, of surprise there where you've got to play defense and not just go all out for the block.
Ryan, as we start to wind down this game,
penalty will move the ball back to
and I want you to think about that this after play. Who's really stood out to you? What has impressed you tonight with the Tigers? And now they're coming after it. John Davis got to get it away, and he does.
Does a good job of it.
And
that's number 3, Spurgeon. He'll get the on the run.
But he's going to go backwards. He's going to go inside. They're going to mark him at the 20. Or it looks like they're stopping at the 19.
Sturgeon with the return.
So Sturgeon, Ryan, what's impressed you tonight with the Tigers?
Man, I'm going to have to go to the defense. I just said before the game, I think both teams are going to score. I think it's going to be whoever has the most mistakes or the turnovers, you know, that's going to be the one that doesn't capitalize in the red zone is going to be the team that loses. to a T, that's what it's been as far as capitalizing in the red zone. The thing that I'm surprised of is that we haven't given up more than 7 points. If you consider the amount of time that we've been on the field and the amount of times that the Cardinals have been in the red zone, the fact that we've only given up 7 points is amazing to me. I knew the offense would score. We have a good offense. We have great coaches. We have good players. That's going to be a quick up the middle.
Fumble on the play.
Oh, it's a fumble. Okay, I started saying, man, it looked like
Prairie,
right up the middle.
Prairie Grove's got it, and so now Prairie Grove's going to get it.
Recovered by the Tigers.
And that was Swain in there at quarterback. Well,
That's
and both teams have some second teamers in there at this time, and Farmington kind of, letting some guys get some experience as well. And now
Their second team's a little bigger than ours, a little wider than ours.
I'll tell you what, they've got some hosses out there.
They do, man. Hey, we ought to let them know if you're struggling to get on the field, come west about 9 or 10 miles. We need some depth. I mean, we need some of these 300-pounders to hold down the bench for us for a little while and spell our first stringers.
I'm telling you. 5:21 to go in the game. Tigers up 33-7. Skates back in at quarterback.
It is amazing the size difference in the schools this close.
That's Harger again on the carry. No gain on the play. Maybe even lost about a half a yard. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. He got out of bounds, so it stopped the clock. Darn it.
Jared Harger with the carry.
Sophomore running back Harger is. He was one of the main backs last year in the junior high. He's a little
Harder
undersized, but he's fast and he's tough. He's a guy that I think will grow into an Anthony Johnson type role as long as he continues to work hard in the summers.
Ball at the 20-yard line of the Cardinals. Skates the quarterback. Caswell goes in motion.
Give's going to be to Keandre Hobbs.
Hobbs, look at him. He's going. He's inside the 5 or down to the 5-yard line. Let's see where they spot him.
Keandre Hobbs with the carry.
He got them white shoes and them white gloves. It's kind of easy to see.
It's weird because it's weird to say Hobbs from Prairie Grove because they had a Hobbs here a couple years ago, ran on us all day.
Result of play is a Tiger first down.
That looks like he may have stopped just before the 5. He's at the 7-yard line. On the tackle, Eric Hill for Farmington. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Tigers. Ball inside the 10 now.
Keandre once again, he's going to the outside.
Hobbs, is he going to make it? He's going to be dropped inside about the 4-yard line. I think Coach Absher wants him to score.
Trying to get Keandre.
Yeah.
Keandre 6. Keandre's a guy who I can remember watching him play pee-wee ball. And Fred Talley, who played for Arkansas a long time ago, great running back. He's reffing the game. After the game, Fred walks up to me. I was doing the PA for him. He walks up to me. He's like, "Dude, that kid's got it." He's like, he's got the moves. He's got that natural ability. And he does. Keandre's a great little runner out of the backfield. And he's another one. Just keep in the weight room. You're a sophomore. Find your times right now. Next year, there's a spot for you. Your senior year, you're going to be one of the guys carrying the team.
Prairie Grove jumps offside.
Marker on the play.
Or false start, I should say. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. We're down to 4:01 to go in the game. 33-7. Tigers in control of the Battle of Highway 62.
I love it.
Prairie Grove now with 2 in a row in this series.
2nd and goal.
.345 to go in the game.
Baseball
2nd down and 10. Yep.
Wing back in motion. The give's going to be to Harger. He cuts to the inside. He's going to pick up about 5.
Three and a half minutes to go here in the game. Prairie Grove inside the 5. Ryan, if there's an area again of improvement for the Tigers, definitely on the penalty. We had a lot of penalties tonight. Several holding penalties, a few false starts. Got to correct that. And I would say the only other area that we struggled a little bit was running the ball, really between the tackles, between the guards there. But we did get that a little more effective down the stretch.
We haven't. Maybe we weren't. There's Keandre again, no gain. He might even lose a yard there. Forward progress might be no gain. But we started to work it out there, but I think it's because we did wear down the defense a little bit. But they were starting to hold back a little bit because we're starting to hit that outside stuff quite a bit. And so, usually we're hitting the sweep pretty hard, and that gets teams to spread out, and we'll hit that trap up the middle for big yards. We need both of those to work together.
Well, Keandre, he did lose about a half a yard because on spot at the 5. Prairie Grove's going to call a timeout with 2.5 minutes to go in the ball game. And it's 4th down and goal. So,
ooh, the Raging Tiger squad, it's our highway.
oh, and they're chanting, it's our highway. And the Farmington student section is silent.
Very quiet.
Wow, it's getting louder across the way.
It almost looks like he's putting the first team offense back in. Oh, no, he's putting in the field goal kicker. We're going to kick a field goal. Ben Beeson is lined up for – I saw John David. I'm like, he's putting in the first string?
No, I actually like this. I mean, I don't think –
it's a classy move.
He's not trying to run up the score. He's working on a kicking game that is woeful.
And is non-existent. This is going to be a 20-yard field goal attempt for Ben. It's been a while since we had a field goal. Allen, was that the last one?
No, I think we've had a couple since then, but Landon Allen was probably the
it's up?
It's up.
It's got it!
Hey!
Give him 3!
Yeah!
You don't see that often from Prairie Grove.
No, you don't.
Prairie Grove field goal attempt is good, and with 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in the game.
Let's take a break. The Tigers up 36-7.
David's Roofing and Fencing Incorporated is a locally owned company based in Farmington and has been serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley for 19 years. Call David's Roofing and Fencing Incorporated today for a free roof or fence estimate at 479-846-2113. Again, that's 479-846-2113. David's Roofing and Fencing Incorporated is licensed, bonded, and insured. They have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, and they proudly support all area sports teams.
Who decided you can't have good rates and good coverage? If you're questioning your insurance options, get real answers from a real person with a Farm Bureau Insurance Get Real review. It's simple, quick, and tailored just for you. Get real auto, home, and life insurance. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
In Washington County, call Trey Autry at 479-442-4266.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas Incorporated. Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
Okay, we're back with you as Prairie Grove prepares to kick off. And 2:27 to go. Kick going to be fielded at the 22. It's
every time. It's fumbled though.
It's fumbled, and that is Donovan. Donovan, he breaks a couple tackles, but he's going to finally be wrapped up. Jones going to bring him down to the 32.
And Keandre Hobbs.
Matthew Jones with the tackle.
I'll tell you, for me, and I was talking to a couple people at halftime, but for me, looking at Farmington tonight versus their team last year, even though the game's a little bit
lopsided,
I thought I saw improvement from last year's team. For me, but
yeah, I understand. I feel like we have a similar product, not as much depth, but we have a similar product on the field, and we're getting similar results. So I don't know. I'm kind of reserved on that right now. I thought I would see more out of them, to be honest with you. I expected a lot more offensive firepower, and I don't know if that's just our defensive prowess or if they're going to struggle on offense this year.
On the tackle,
Turner with the carry.
Number 65 for the Tigers, that's Cameron Cox. He brings down Turner.
With the tackle.
Turner gets the first down for Farmington with the ball at the 43. We're going to have the stats
44-yard line
here shortly, as soon as the game's over.
2 minutes and 4 seconds.
In the game, quarterback Seth Swain. Wow, nice
Keandre Jones
Jared
and
Oski
Cooper
with the
Allen
carry.
on the tackle of Oski that time.
Matthew Jones, that was a nice hit by Jones coming in there to
Matthew
help
Jones
out.
with the
I said
tackle.
Cooper Allen. That's number 62, actually. That's not Cooper.
Brought down at the Cardinal 49
That's Austin
yard line, brings up second
Medina.
down.
Austin Medina. Makes me think of a Tone Loc song from many years
Funky
ago.
Cone Medina.
I won't go there. Here we go. Second down and 4 for Farmington. Ball at the 49. There is the pitch to Turner. Turner's got a little room. He cuts back, and he's still with it. He's got the ball at the 45. Turner went to one side of the field, picked up about 4 yards, went back to the other side,
With the carry.
and is going to get a
There's
late
penalty
hit.
marker on the play.
Jones almost had him right there.
Personal foul called against Prairie Grove.
Personal foul. We had a late hit there.
Yeah, late hit that time. I didn't see who the player was that hit late. Farmington going to get the ball down inside the Prairie Grove 30 after the late hit, maybe close to the 25-yard line. 1:17 to go here in the Battle of Highway 62. So after the penalty, Farmington gets the ball at the Prairie Grove 25.
25-yard line.
1 minute, 17 seconds to go. Turner, nice run that time. He just went one side of the field, picked up a few yards, come back to the other side of the field, got a few more. Swain still in at quarterback. And another give to Turner. He's looking for a hole.
There's a little bit of a hole there. He's going to
He's
break a
gonna
tackle.
go. I believe he's going to get to the end zone, and he does. Turner scores with 1:08 to go in the game.
Dang it.
30.
Still, it looks better with a 7 instead of a 14.
Well, the Cardinals go 25 yards on that run and score. Makes it 36-13. Last year's score was 35-14, so if they go for 2 here, it'd be the same distance. Well, again, next week, Prairie Grove has their home opener. Vian, Oklahoma comes to town. That'll be on September 8th. That'll be on a Friday. We'll go back to playing Friday night games, Ryan.
Thank goodness. I like them a lot better.
And that extra point's going to be missed.
That's number 3 for Farmington.
Extra point attempt
Drew
is no
Sturgeon.
good, and with 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the game, the score is Prairie Grove 36, Farmington 13.
36-13, and
Some of these cheerleaders are throwing footballs up in the stands. I'm telling you, some of them got a pretty good arm.
I wish one of them get one on up here. I'd take one home.
Put some pads on them. Let's go.
Well, the Tigers will receive, and Ryan, you got the binoculars there. Who do we got back?
It's going to be our same 4,
Is-
Heltmus, Watson, Keandre, and Skates.
.108 to go, 36-13. I would practice. Heath Whitley,
Why not?
our East Lab guy, says onside kick. If I was Farmington, I'd practice it. You might as well. I mean, that's what this game is. It gets you ready for the rest of the season.
That's right. And we're not suspecting it. I mean, we're in our base.
Yeah, yep. And Sturgeon getting ready to try it. He might try to. There's a big open area in there, but he's going to kick it deep, and Tigers will take it.
It's going to be Heltmus.
Heltmus gets it to the 25. Let's see what he's got here. Heltmus out to the 37, almost to the 39-yard line. And now the Tigers will run a couple of plays here, and the Battle of Highway 62.
I bet this is victory formation all the way.
Well, they're running the clock. Farmington's the guys are running the clock.
Is it Mercy?
It's not Mercy rule. They're just running it. I think they want it.
Their math over here maybe a little bit off.
Yep. Well, he was definitely, he stopped it at 42 seconds. He was definitely very careful when he used it with 1 second to go in the first half.
Yeah, definitely. It didn't work out for him, though.
I'll tell you, that was a big deal in the game. If they score there and it's 26-14 a half, it's a totally different game because, again, they get the ball inside our 10 in the second half. There was a chance for this game to get close, but the defense stood tall.
We are going to. I figured we'd victory formation that dude.
That's Hobbs again on the carry. And let's see, by the time they set it down, we may not run. The ref's taking his time.
About a 6-inch gain that time.
He's trying to, yeah, he did it. He wanted to go 25 seconds. That's it. So now, Prairie Grove doesn't have to take another snap. That's going to do it. So the 2017 version of the Battle of Highway 62, the Prairie Grove Tigers take it 36-13.
Evening up the rivalry.
The rivalry all time. Farmington 29, Prairie Grove 29. I'll reverse that. Prairie Grove 29, Farmington 29.
Well, we've got the advantage. Last 10 years it's 5-5, but
now it's 6-4.
Now it's 6-4. Sweet.
All right, here we go. Tonight, stats, Prairie Grove, total offense, 274. Farmington ended up with 265. Most of that coming in the second half.
Right.
Prairie Grove really, the starting offense was only on the field for one possession. Prairie Grove passing yards, 8 for 12 for 93. Farmington 11 for 27 for 140. Rushing, Prairie Grove 181, Farmington 125. Penalties, Prairie Grove tonight, that's where they got hurt. 13 penalties, 120 yards. Time of possession, Farmington had about a 7-minute advantage there. Prairie Grove
Farmington had an advantage there, and we had the biggest amount of penalties. And look at the storyline. I mean, it's hard to believe.
It is, and John David Elder, 8 for 11, 93 yards. Skates was 0 for 1. John David Elder had 2 touchdown passes for Farmington. Waggle, 11 for 27, 140 yards. Johnson, 10 carries, 109 yards, almost an 11-yard average per carry. He had 2 touchdowns. Dustin Burton had 2 carries for 34. Helton 3 for 17. Hobbs, 4 for 12. Preston, 4 for 11. Jared Harder, 3 for 7. On the receptions, Colin Bryant, 2 for 33, 16.5-yard average, 1 touchdown. DeMarcus Cooper also had a touchdown, 2 receptions, 26 yards. Anthony Johnson, 3 receptions, 23 yards. Burton, 1 reception, 11 yards. The other touchdown came when Colin Bryant picked it off, 74-yard interception return, pick 6, and that is the scoring for tonight. The final score, Prairie Grove 36, Farmington 13. Ryan, final thoughts on the game tonight?
Well, we talked about it before. Again, the team that can play clean and take advantage of the red zone opportunities would be the team that win, and that's exactly what happened pretty much. Both teams had turnovers, but the fact that we were able to capitalize on those red zone opportunities and then the play of our defense, my goodness, I cannot believe how well the defense played, especially there in that third quarter. They were on the field the whole third quarter. And right now they're at midfield on the 50 calling it up, helmets in the air, and all the coaches in the middle. I love it. It's always a big pump-up game right here in Farmington, and Coach Absher loves this one, so yeah, it's big.
He's an alumni, and I've actually seen the 79 photo of him with the big hair. So, all right, that's going to do it here. I want to thank our East Lab, Heath Whitley and Miles Eubanks, our leaders, Alex Nacho Henry, Cade Graham, Maya Dodson, Ian Howerton, Delaney, Randolph. We appreciate them. We also want to thank Harton's Furniture for Less, where you can find the best selections and prices in Northwest Arkansas. Appreciate them tonight for sponsoring our broadcast. And again, we'll be back with you next week as Prairie Grove will open up their home opener against Vian, Oklahoma. For Ryan Cook, I'm Lynn Gregson. That's it. Have a great night and go Tigers!
You're listening to a broadcast of the Prairie Grove Tigers at pgtigersonline.com.